if you are able to process your daily functions very easily without a dip in the energy, that is a great sign that you are in balance. The right way of eating has to be a balanced diet. It has to have protein, it has to have some carbohydrates, and our traditional ghee is lactose free, number one. Only the pure fat is there in our ghee. Don't jump on anything and everything that internet is saying. Give your body a little time, understand it. And अगर आपको अपने साथ experiment करना ही है तो start small. But anything that is giving you results in a month, in 10 days, absolutely do not believe that school of thought. आप pill भी ले रहे हो, since you are diagnosed with thyroid. Why don't we do lifestyle modifications and dietary changes as well? Menopause or menopause is the stage of a woman when she is dipping a lot in estrogen. Estrogen is the hormone which is responsible for making us women very confident and very vibrant. I would recommend all women especially, take time for yourself. A little time, half an hour every day, and indulge in something that you like. It could be as simple as reading a book or enjoying time with your plants or doing nothing.
So hi Isha, welcome here. So of late there has been a lot of conversation and a lot of coverage that's coming on Indian food. We Indian, whatever we have been eating, already there's a lot of murmuring about it, protein rich. And this one, it says that our Indian food is very heavy on carbs, less of protein. So is it the healthy way of eating or not? So that made us decide to have this conversation today. So I want your opinion on it.
Thank you, Meeta, for having me. And glad that we are addressing a very prominent concern that we have now, that how Indian diet is mostly carb rich, less protein dense, and how Indian plate might not be the best plate for us. But I would say that we have been coming from a very traditional and Ayurvedic mindset. At the same time, we are contradicting ourselves with a very modern lifestyle. When we talk about how our plates look or how our grandparents' plate looked, I can still recall from my childhood that there would be dal, sabzi, roti, pickle, which is a little fermented, and then papad, and then eventually a glass of buttermilk, right? So there would be all rasas, starting from a little sweet to salty to sour to bitter to astringent, all the flavors. And that's how our body processes food, I would say. And if we are generally very active in our lifestyle, we would definitely end up eating more dal and less of carbs. But what we have moved towards now is probably an hour on the mat or 45 minutes in the gym, but rest of 8 to 10 hours on the laptop or sitting down, right? That means we are technically putting our body in a metabolic deficit, I would say. We are not constantly in rhythm, yes, how we should have been. So that is where the problem lies.
So Isha, so many diets are out there. अभी मतलब इतना confusion है. कोई कहता है intermittent fasting करो. Others will tell you no, you need to go gluten free.
Yeah.
The third will say no, just go on a protein rich diet.
Yeah.
It is so confusing out there because finally all of us want to be healthy and more importantly, we all want to be thin. So what is the right way? Because it's so much confusion.
See, none of us are designed from one, we are not cookie cutters, right? Our bodies are not designed from one format. We are all very differently designed, and as per, I keep bringing in Ayurveda because as per Ayurveda, our body types are very different. So if you follow a particular diet, Sukirti, and I follow...
what's my body type?
Your body type, just looking at you,
because we haven't
had a conversation. You must be Kapha and Pitta.
What does that mean?
So Kapha, let me break down in a very quick manner what is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. So Kapha body type is more sturdy. They can put on weight very easily. And if Kapha overload happens, the metabolism goes very slow, sluggish. But at the same time, if your Kapha is good and balanced, they are the healthiest people and they would not get any diseases in the later stage of their lives. Only if Kapha is balanced. Let's come to Pitta body types. Very metabolically active, very sharp, big eyes, very athletic in personality. Good, as I said, good metabolism. So they would not gain weight. So they would gain weight easily and lose weight also easily. So they do not need so much effort to balance their bodies. Great leaders. But if Pitta goes on high, acidity, heartburn, skin rashes, acne, and all of these skin related issues happen so much if the Pitta is imbalanced.
So it
And
means,
if we
So
yeah,
the third
and
one?
the third one is the Vata body type, which is very lean because it represents air and ether, and very sharp and quick in their thoughts. You would see the speech also very quick. If somebody asks them anything, they would be very quick to respond as well. Very creative people. Most creative people are very Vata dominant. Again, if Vata goes out of balance, joint aches, inflammations catch very easily, and pains, nerve pains. So that is very Vata body type.
so it
Yes.
means you say that every human being has come out of these three boxes.
Yes. Combination of these boxes.
How was it as per Ayurveda? How was it designed?
So Ayurveda says we are
Combination
of these 5 elements that the nature is composed of. Because if you look at Kapha, it is earth and water. If you look at Pitta, it's fire and water. And if you look at Vata, it's air and ether. So all the 5 elements of nature combined in different way, and that's how our bodies are as well. And as I said, somebody might be more Kapha dominant, somebody might be Vata dominant, but we all are composed of all these 3. Let's
So do you
understand
need
that.
to know this before you decide कि मतलब मेरे लिए ये diet है. This is the diet that will be suited for me. Second question, you raised an interesting point, this inflammation. Because आजकल तो काफी इसमें है.
Yes.
If your inflammation is high, that means
Yes.
that's the reason for all of your problems.
Yes. So one definitely needs to know their body type. Why? Because, let's talk about as simple a thing as mustard oil. Mustard oil might be phenomenal for a Kapha body type because it is pungent, it is stimulating, and it will trigger metabolic fire to a good level. And it's great for Kapha body type because their
So
metabolism.
I need to eat.
Yes.
So
Because your metabolism is sluggish.
Science believe in these Ayurveda body type.
I think now science has started to believe a little in Ayurveda because there are a lot of people who are coming out with research papers and backing the science or backing Ayurveda with scientific wisdom as well. So now science has come, and I always believe that all of these sciences, they work in parallel. It's just that we have to bridge the gap. Something might be ahead of the other, but there are so many parallels we can draw from each of these sciences.
Okay, so what is my body type as per Ayurveda?
So, looking at your frame and looking at your eyes, I think it's a Vata Pitta body type.
Frame I understood. Eyes, tell me.
So,
I have I love studying Ayurveda, but I've never heard about eyes.
okay. So, in Ayurveda, we say, how your different features are, how your skin is, that also defines your body
So
type.
how eyes?
So, you have big, bright, glinty eyes. There's a little mystery, or you can say, you want to know more. That's a very classic Pitta eyes, big eyes. And looking at Sukirti, just looking at her skin, I can tell she's a Kapha person because Kapha people don't age very easily. They have great skin. So they have great skin. So that's the good part about Kapha. As I was telling, and I think when we were having conversation before, everything has its pros and cons. So if Vata goes out of balance, that will create destruction. If Pitta goes out of balance, that will create some disharmony. And same with Kapha.
Now, Isha, ये बताओ, because देखो हम लोग आप सब कुछ वो blood test करते हैं.
Yes.
ये inflammation का तो आ जाता है.
हाँ.
How do you know when your Kapha or any of these are out of balance?
Okay. As I said, every trigger in the environment will cause something or the other. If the body is in harmony, you will eat well, you will digest well, you will assimilate well, you will sleep well, you will wake up fresh, you will have the energy through the day to do anything and everything that you need to do, right? So people measure health looking at somebody's abs or muscles. I feel more than that, if you are able to process your daily functions very easily without dipping without a dip in the energy, that is a great sign that you are in balance to you.
I have a question. How do you convince people? एक तो होता है medical report से आप देख लेते हो मेरा vitamin कम है, मेरा B12 कम है या ज़्यादा है.
हाँ.
In Ayurveda, how do you explain that you have to balance by food like this?
So Ayurveda does not dissect food ki vitamin B, vitamin D, magnesium, things like that. It works on the 7 dhatus that we have.
7 dhatus?
Yes, which is also in modern science, like your plasma, your body tissues, your muscles, your joints, your reproductive system.
इनको हिंदी में आयुर्वेदा में क्या बोलते हैं? धातु, 7 धातु?
जैसे अस्थि हो गई आपकी हड्डियाँ, right? And medha is your fat. So that's how we have categorically defined.
So
just the Hindi version of yes. And Shukra Dhatu is your reproductive system, right? So things like that. So modern science looks at it from a lens of ki when we do a blood work, and they're also right in a way because people understand blood work in the sense ki oh मैं TSH, T3, T4, whether it's right or not, मेरा liver function ठीक है या नहीं है, right? But when Ayurveda looks at it, it looks at it from a very wholesome perspective. कि अगर आपको let's say boils हो रहे हैं, your blood is not purified, okay? Let's say your body is not able to break down certain nutrients. Your liver function might be weak. And a lot of times, a poor liver function is the cause of most inflammation in the body. So Ayurveda looks at it from the lens that we have to find the root cause of the problem first rather than सीधा supplement कर दिया, right? अब let's say
patience चाहिए.
हाँ, patience चाहिए, definitely patience चाहिए. Let's say कोई भी health problem है, we will not look at it from the lens of कि डॉक्टर ने बताया ये problem है, the solution is taking a pill. No, we'll try to understand कि ये problem हुई क्यों है. Let's go back to a little bit of history. When did you start feeling it? उससे पहले was there any episode in your life that triggered it? Or is there any food choices that you made which could have caused it? Or anything else for that matter? And then we come to finding a solution to that problem. Rather than suddenly looking at the reports, अच्छा B12 कम है, of course, खा लो B12. Acidity हो रही है, antacid खा लो.
No, but Isha, most people do that, ना कि B12 कम है तो B12. But can food actually give you the same result? Because लोगों को लगता है कि, or maybe it's you're not patient enough.
Yeah.
That can food give you the same result? Because otherwise it's so easy for us कि अच्छा D3 कम है, B12 कम है, ये है 3 pills रोज सवेरे पॉप
इसमें added on ये भी है कि जो parameters आते हैं कि इस parameter में ये होना चाहिए. How much it helps in कि 20,000 है या 80,000 है तो उससे कम होएगा तो body पे क्या problem होएगी. तो it's a very definitive. So Ayurveda doesn't go with a very definitive format.
No, it doesn't. Because it works on, when you say it doesn't go into the definitive format of the modern medicine, yes. But when we talk about simple herbs like ashwagandha, shatavari, gokshara, or your saffron, or the spices in your house, let's say, ilaichi ho gaya, fennel ho gaya, aapka long ho gaya. When we look at these spices or herbs from nature, there is a definite way to incorporate them in your life. अगर आप किसी proportion में उनको consume करेंगे as per your body type, it will give you miraculous results. A simple herb, a shatavari, a simple herb like that, which is very important for women's reproductive health. If taken in the right manner, with ghee or with milk or with honey, depending again on the body type, will keep your reproductive system superbly healthy without you going through that hormonal chaos, PCOS, PCOD, and all these changes that these young women are going through. But again, we are not relying just on the herbs. There has to be a lifestyle change. You can't be watching a movie at 2 in the night and then popping in
Popping pill.
Shatavari to fix your health.
So how do you balance that? जो आपने कहा ये जो modern lifestyle है, where
हाँ.
sitting is the new smoking.
Yes.
Most of us are pretty sedentary.
Yes.
बस वो 1 घंटा या 1.5 घंटा जिम का
Gym
निकाल
कर
लिया.
लिया. हाँ.
उसके बाद we feel के बस कर
We
लिया.
have accomplished.
Yeah, we've accomplished our routine.
Yeah.
Or if it's the diet, हमने healthy खा लिया.
हाँ.
But it's still not giving us the results.
Yeah. And we end up blaming कि हमारी Indian diet is very bad. So very good points, Kriti. What I would say is कि अगर हम देखें कि what should be a right way of keeping ourselves healthy, a simple reminder. Of course, we
Wake
all
up
are
and-
busy. A simple reminder on your phone after every hour to get up and walk 100 steps. अगर
Only
आप
100.
only 100 to begin with. अगर
हाँ.
आप दिन में half an hour, after every half an hour or every hour, if you do 100 steps, right, consciously, that is just moving your body and keeping it metabolically active.
So earlier ancient time when Ayurveda was like a natural lifestyle, तो हमारी lifestyle होती भी तो कितनी अलग थी. Everything
बिल्कुल.
was physical work. Everything was
Yes.
physical work.
Yes.
There was a very defined time जब आपका rest time होता था. I think we have altered our lifestyle so much, and then we blame it to food, we blame it to a number of things. एक ये in my house or I think in everybody's house, protein is. The other day somebody was saying कि यार खाने का मजा खत्म हो गया है because हर चीज में पहले आपको ये देखना होता है कि प्रोटीन है कि नहीं है. So how do you decode it?
You tell me one thing, even if I give you the best of the protein on the table, if your digestive fire is very weak, उसका कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला उस प्रोटीन
वो भी
का.
काफा वाता एंड पिता का साइंस है.
There is, but digestive fire, everybody has digestive fire. We all have digestive enzymes in our body to break down the food. But with the current modern lifestyle, those digestive enzymes are released less. हमें कितने लोगों को अच्छे से भूख लगती है? When I ask this question to a lot of my clients, they're like, हमें पता ही नहीं है, like psychologically पता भी नहीं है
कि भूख लगी है.
और consciously भी नहीं पता है कि भूख लग रही है.
It's but time, clock के
It's
साथ.
we work by the clock. Yes, we do not work by yes my body is demanding it, or yes I can feel that I am hungry now, because we are so consumed in whatever we are doing these days, sitting and working on our laptops. But if you give anybody the best of protein, if their digestive fire is weak, that protein is only going to turn into
Sit.
toxins. So if your digestive fire is strong, anything and everything that you eat is going to break down and convert into something meaningful in your body. But that doesn't mean that you carb overload. That doesn't mean you make yourself protein deficit. I remember my dadi eating 2 katoris of dal and sabzi and maybe 1 roti, depending on how active her day was. Some days it would be 2, some days it would be 1, some days it would be, maybe none, depending on how she's feeling as well. These days we go by, every meal should have 100 grams of protein, right? So I think somewhere we have lost.
So given a situation, what would you change? How would you change it? Like, how would you want to present it differently? कि ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा होना चाहिए.
See, I would not blame Indian diet completely. What I would want people to know is that our ancient wisdom is not wrong. We need to have all the flavors in our diet, ranging from fermented foods to pickles to a little salty, a little meeta, a little sour, a little pungent. Because pungent, bitter and astringent is great for liver, detoxifying for liver. और अगर आपका liver ठीक से काम कर रहा है, आपका खाना अच्छे से पचेगा. A little sweet, especially grains, any milk product or rice, is great for building your tissues and muscles, right? Lentils are a good source of protein, but only when combined with, let's say, your quinoas or millets or rice.
Because they say you mix it with carb.
Yeah. On its own, they will dry you up. That is their core nature. So, कोई भी चीज अकेले नहीं खानी, and of course, adding a little bit of good fats. because that is also essential for the lubrication of your joints and for your brain function as well. मतलब
So,
हम
अब ये
अपने
जो होता है कि बच्चे बोलते हैं कि हमें अंडे दे दो, my breakfast is
पूरा.
all egg, all egg.
And
अब वो भी
lunch is
all
paneer.
white, no yellows. So is it a right way of eating?
See, the right way of eating has to be a balanced diet. It has to have protein, it has to have some carbohydrates and some, when we say carbohydrates, it can be a complex carbohydrate as well. You can have your carrots, peas, beans on the side along with eggs. Why take eggs alone? Right? मतलब प्रोटीन को कोई कैरियर भी तो चाहिए ना साथ में ऑपरेट करने के लिए. On its own, it will lose its function. And you will be surprised, a lot of people who are on a very protein dense diet also have very smelly farts because protein is difficult to digest.
Now tell me something. You said that your digestive fire. Is that where you start? How do you build the digestive fire?
Yes.
So what can simple tricks? What can all of us do, or by body type, that we say, okay,
मेहनत करो.
क्या मेहनत करो? मतलब कहाँ पर?
Walk करो.
So number one is movement.
हाँ, ये जो आपने कहा है कि after every hour.
Every hour, yes.
Walk 100.
Yes,
steps.
and after every meal also, there was a beautiful saying in our times, ancient times, Shat Pavli, 100 steps. I tell all my clients, 100 नहीं करो, 200 से 500 कदम तो चलने ही चलने हैं after food. Why eat food and sit down? Right? So 100 to 500 steps after every meal.
So that's
Very
why kitchen
important.
was always separate, and then you had
Yes.
to walk back to
You
your.
had to walk
back
a
to
lot.
Your, yeah.
And if you remember how the entire, now we are talking about how our households were designed, a very massive, what do you call, courtyard.
Washrooms were separate.
Washrooms were separate. So everything was designed in a way कि हम healthy रहे, right? And और हम खाते कैसे थे? ज़मीन पे बैठ के. We would sit cross-legged. Our pelvic would be rested. And scientifically also, when you are standing and eating, you are in a very stress mode because you're.
Oh my God! I always like, given a choice, I like to stand and eat. I do not know why.
Because your sympathetic nervous system is active when you are standing more, okay, and that is for fight and flight or fright mode. But जब आप बैठ जाते हैं, instantly your body feels कि I'm relaxed. It will trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, and when you sit and eat, you are eating in peace. Your breath slows down, and it is scientifically proven that when you sit, your breath slows down slightly.
So Isha, just coming back to that now, the main thing is walking is the biggest way.
Movement
after every meal and after every hour.
Yes.
To kind of get the digestive fire.
Yes, and certain spices. हमारी जितने भी इंडियन स्पाइसेस हैं, आप दाल में, करीज में डालते हैं. कभी थोड़ा सा हींग डाला, कभी जीरे का तड़का लगा है, थोड़ा जिंजर एंड गार्लिक. All these spices are meant to enhance your digestive fire. And these days people move towards bland foods.
Yeah.
Boiled. Steamed.
That spice that we have, we are the spice capital of the world. We were supposed to be the spice capital of the world. So our spices are so amazing, ranging from, हम बात कर रहे थे कि सर्दियों में कौन से spices खाने हैं, गर्मियों में कौन से spices खाने हैं, depending on their
spice.
Yeah, spiced water. Depending on the taasir of your body and the nature as well. Right? So these spices, as simple as cumin, jeera, helps with enhancing your digestive fire and also cleansing the liver. Coriander, fresh coriander for that matter, helps removing the toxins from your liver. And अगर आप लौंग की बात करें, some winters में just adding one long to your water will help with aiding the blood circulation and keeping you warm. So things like these simple spices, very simple, and movement, as I said, and also giving yourself time to sit and breathe consciously. I think in this time and age, हम बहुत भागा दौड़ी इधर उधर. Time to sit, time to settle, that is getting lost. So
eating with watching TV, eating with being on our phones,
eating while driving, for that matter, right? चलते चलते खा रहे हैं. That all increases what? That all increases the air element.
Of spices and grains and everything what we have in our country, how does it how does other countries, how do the other countries function? Like, what is their unique, like, जैसे Ayurveda हमारे country में है, what is there similar belief system or that digestive system that works?
So every country has their own regional specification, right? हमारा तो north से लेकर south तक we have a lot of variety, ranging from different kinds of wheat also, from different kinds of millets to pulses, right? South में ragi और rice बहुत use होता है. North में wheat production ज़्यादा होती थी, and we have been eating wheat.
So it means we should eat what is locally produced.
Local, seasonal and regional, absolutely.
ये एक क्वेश्चन आया था and very interesting, इस weekend ही आया था. Should you eat according to what your grandparents ate, or should you eat according, because everybody is migrating these days, according to what is local there?
See, that's a very interesting and very powerful question, because अगर आप आपका जो gut है और आपका जो system है, that is genetically from your parents and your grandparents, ठीक है? तो somewhere you cannot completely go away from your traditional roots, but at the same time, if you are in a job or if you are migrating to a different city, different country, then definitely adapting that culture mindfully. We should not be making a drastic change also that body goes in a shock. Adapting and ensuring कि क्या work कर रहा है मेरे लिए, क्या नहीं work कर रहा, and then implementing certain things of their other culture as well. Like I see a lot of similarity in our Indian culture and bits of Spanish culture, because हम लोग भी क्या करते थे, पूरे ग्रुप में बैठ के खाना खाना है, बहुत आराम से खाना खाना है, and we have lavish platters, and we would take time to sit, enjoy, have a meal, right? And same is with Spanish culture as well. You know, they also believe in कि kitchen में सारे अच्छे से खड़े होके fresh produce के साथ खाना बन रहा है, and same is with us. So I think understanding the nuances is more important.
The question that now youth, they say kitchen, or everybody, they say kitchen is a luxury. You can order food online, you get healthy food. How much is the sanctity of, और हमारा kitchen complicated तो है, जितने तरह के spices हैं. Cooking Indian meal is not a very easy task. So how do you see it progressing from old times to now?
I want to understand कि when you say cooking Indian meal is not an easy task, how?
कितने spices होते हैं, cutting, chopping होती है, processes होते हैं. You have to eat one plate full of meal, like pasta. Italian will eat a pasta and bread. They will some other country, or they'll eat a roll. They'll eat just grilled fish. हमारा होता है दाल, as you also said, दाल, roti, chutney,
sabzi.
It's women, especially when they are working, it's not easy to manage that household.
Yes.
What is the solution?
One pot meals are a good solution. I believe we can understand it from a lens, modern lens also, कि आपका खाना sustainable होना चाहिए, आपका खाना practical होना चाहिए, depending on how your lifestyle is, and also it should not overwhelm you, right? अगर आप कह रहे हो you are a busy woman and you still want to adapt to your Indian food, you can still make one pot meals like khichdi and saute vegetables on the side. That makes like a whole meal, correct? Or let's say a burrito bowl, which is very Western version of rice and आपने सारी सब्जियां डाल दी हैं, but I would say don't eat it cold, eat warm. So we can always make these tweaks, and as you were saying, rolls, we can also make a roti roll, correct? But
then it would be enough as per the guidelines.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You need to add a source of protein to your roti roll, apart from just the roti and veggies. Add beans, add tofu, add paneer, whichever
or have a
protein
bowl of
source.
curd.
Yeah, bowl of curd on the side, yeah. So whichever works best for you, depending on your region, apply that.
You said something very interesting, you sauteed vegetables. Now that got me thinking, because main complaint होती है Indian खाने में कि तेल ही तेल होता है, और ये ghee, which is supposed to be, some people say the best thing, some people say the worst thing.
Okay.
And now everybody says, no, मेरे kitchen में तो सिर्फ olive oil में खाना बनता है. So what do we do this? Like, you know, because that's a very Mediterranean thing. Olive oil is not part of our
culture, absolutely. So see, oil is very important for our hormonal function, our brain function, our tissue repair, our joint repair. ज़रूरी तो बहुत है. I would not say deprive yourself of any good oils.
So what are good oils?
उससे पहले I'll come to कि घी important है या नहीं है. Because that is what
And especially for a kapha person.
Yes, oh yes, we'll come to that also. Very good question. So see, ghee, our traditional ghee is lactose free, number one.
Lactose free.
Lactose free, yeah. सारा lactose निकल जाता है. In the churning process, all the lactose is out.
So only the fat is there.
Only the pure fat is there in our ghee. So it's technically suitable for all gut
Prakriti.
types. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Number one.
Number
And
one.
दूसरी चीज, the butyric acid. If we talk about modern science, butyric acid in ghee basically feeds our good gut bacteria, and it also lines the colon. तो कभी dryness नहीं देगा, कभी inflammation नहीं देगा. People who think, oh, ghee जो है is inflammatory और हमारा
Yes.
cholesterol बढ़ा देगा, all wrong. So ghee is good, but in moderation.
1 spoon.
1 spoon, 1 tablespoon in the entire day is good enough. If you are again new to it and you want to control your fat intake as well. And we have so many good oils. We have sesame oil, great for winters, great for joint, great for skin, especially in winters. We have coconut oil. Again, some people say कि south में ज़्यादा use होता है, तो ठीक है. Let people in south use coconut oil. People in north can use ghee and sesame oil.
Mustard oil.
Mustard oil, great for kapha people. Boosts metabolism
Yeah.
because it is sharp and it will trigger the sluggish metabolism, right? But not good for Pitta people. Not good for you and I. Because it's very fiery. We are already fiery people.
What is good for
Our body
Prakriti?
types? We need calm oils. We need something which nourishes us and which does not trigger the excessive fire or our metabolism too much.
So which one is a good oil for us?
So
Good fat for
coconut
us?
oil is good. Your ghee is very good, and then your flaxseed oil is very good. Is very nourishing. It's when we talk about flaxseed oil, it's grounding. It's good for nourishing the bones and everything. But again, in little quantity, not too much.
And in a family of 5, how do you manage? This one needs this oil. So that's again a challenge because everybody has their own
Preferences and body types.
Everybody has their own diet charts.
The problem now is that yes, everybody has their own nutritionist. Everybody has their own diet coaches.
Even if you're talking from an Ayurvedic point of view,
Yes.
everybody might have also a different body type.
Hmm.
So how do you create this meal?
Yeah, so let's take a simple example that when we are making dal का तड़का, हाँ, तड़का ऊपर से लगाना है. Why do we have to fry everything and then cook it? Now, I think the world will hate me कि she's making our life complicated.
Traditionally, tadka was supposed to be coming on the table with food, and you used to
Add it from on top, right? Dals were always soaked and boiled. That is it. And then the spices were added. That is it. तड़का तो ऊपर से लगता था पहले. But now we have come to, faster and quicker ways of eating and cooking and making our lifestyle easier.
Yeah, so different diet plan, and on table, how do you manage? How do you tell your clients?
So generally what I do is I tell them, see, if you are a family of 4, husband, wife and kids, okay? And I say 80% can be common, 20% can be tweaked. Let's say fruits can be tweaked as per the body type. Oils here and there can be tweaked as per body type. Your seeds and nuts can be tweaked as per body type. Grains, always eat in rotation. I would never recommend anybody to be just eating rice or just eating wheat or just eating millets. Everything has their own importance. Wheat, for that matter, is essential for the fiber, the protein, the B vitamins, and also your...
You are saying wheat or mera dimag gluten pe aa raha hai. The moment you say wheat, it's like, okay, no gluten. No gluten, protein rich. It's so what is
Because
this?
that's the first thing everybody says to give up, no?
Yeah.
Atta.
Yeah.
Are you allergic to? Are you so? Everybody is like, what is this gluten thing now?
Gluten, in simple terms, is a protein that is present in wheat and some other grains as well. And your body has an enzyme to break down gluten. So your body has glutenase, your body has other enzymes to break down the protein in general as well. Lekin, the problem with modern wheat is it is a hybrid.
Modified.
Yes, it is a hybrid wheat. It is high in gluten now because of the hybridization. And it has less of fiber. Lekin jo hamari MR wheat, which we call khapli atta, that is good in fiber, very less in gluten, and hence easy on the gut. आपको कभी रोटी खा के ऐसा नहीं लगेगा, oh my god, I am feeling bloated, or I am feeling suddenly sluggish in my metabolism. एकदम से energy dip नहीं होगा. And same goes with a couple of other varieties of wheat, which are very gentle and less processed wheat. And also millets, I would say, if you eat in rotation, they would not cause any discomfort or any chaos, because some people say, oh, मैंने millets खाए पूरे हफ्ते या फिर 15 दिन या फिर पूरा महीना and I'm feeling constipated because you have dried your body. Millets are very Vata intense.
Yeah.
Yes.
And heavy. It's like heavy on your body.
No, they are Vata intense. They're drying. So you have to eat them in moderation. You have to rotate.
If you're rotating, just millets, isn't that still dry?
It is. That's what I'm saying.
So
you have to
millets kuch din khao.
yes, eat all kinds of grains. Eat roti also, which is made of wheat. Eat rice as well, different kinds of rice, and eat millets. Eat in rotation. Why do we have to stick to just one grain throughout the year? अगर आप
staple diet में होता है चावल and roti. मतलब wheat and just one type of rice.
But why don't we can always combine, let's say, if you are a beginner to millets, 60% आप आटा ले लो, wheat आटा, and then 40% you can add jowar or bajra or any other millet to begin with, and see how your body is responding. So I would say don't jump on anything and everything that internet is saying. Give your body a little time, understand it, and अगर आपको अपने साथ experiment करना ही है तो start small.
So you talked about internet. There are so many theories that's floating around. Instagram has made it and YouTube has made it very easy for everybody. The more you hear, the more confused you get. So किसी ने बोल दिया जीरे का पानी पी लो, किसी ने बोल दिया morning में you chew this, किसी ने बोला seeds लो. So it's like you keep on jumping from, I don't know, somebody should be having which spice water. How do you apply those information and filter it out?
See, first of all, I think internet with quick information and showing, because उसमें क्या है, within a span of 60 seconds we see somebody's life, transforming, or they will say I did this and I saw this result, and your mind goes into instant gratification कि अगर मैंने ये करा तो oh my god, I will get this result. It is a cheap dopamine kick that your body is getting.
No, I can imagine, because if I saw a video, you said you drink jeera water, मैं तो कहूँगी रोज jeera water लेके आओ.
And
but your body and mind is not.
Your body and mind are not in sync, because your mind has seen something within a span of 60 to 90 seconds and it feels, oh, this is going to work. Without your body breaking it down and understanding कि ये होगा वैसे ही मेरे साथ ये नहीं होगा. Right? So that is where major disconnect between our mind and body connect is. Number one. दूसरी चीज, with so much of information load, we are becoming fools to our own information, I feel. Because एक ने ये कहा, दूसरे ने ये कहा, तीसरे ने ये कहा, चौथे ने ये कहा, we are confusing ourselves.
तो इतनी सारी theories भी तो है, intermittent, Ayurveda, then no carbs. So how do you decide which route I should be going?
See, to reach a destination, right? There can be multiple roads, and I would always say that find the road that suits you. If you have an SUV, you can go on a bumpy road as well, right? Your body can take it. Your mind can also take it. But if you are not of that character, if I have a low car and I'm going on a bumpy road, I will be all bruised and smashed from here and there. Why would I want to do that? एक destination पे जाने के लिए there are multiple routes, but I would say pick the one which is working for you or which has been working for you, or find somebody who can help you understand and break it down for you in a very logical and structured manner. I know every school of thought would say I'm right, I'm right, I'm right, and I would not want to say ki kaun sa sahi hai, kaun sa galat hai, but anything that is giving you results in a month, in 10 days, absolutely do not believe that school of thought. Ozempic. If you want to destroy your liver, your eyes, your brain, your metabolic function, please
And
take
even your skin.
Even your skin, please take Ozempic. If you want to lose muscle mass along with fat, please take Ozempic.
Somebody said she was not losing weight, and she said, I said, like we were talking about the Ozempic side effects, it's not a very full proven and established drug. So she said, isse maine se acha isse mai jao. I will rather die with obesity and then I die with Ozempic.
But people don't understand that obesity, you have to understand what is the cause of obesity. Again, we are talking about the same problem, right? Tackling only the
immediate
finding an immediate solution, not going to the root of the problem. Ki wo problem hui kaise? What happened that you reached a stage of obesity? So the choice is yours. Which one you want to pick?
No,
you
but
want
now we have another problem. अभी तक तो मतलब चलो चैट जीपीटी अब आ गया है.
हाँ.
अब तो हम क्या करते हैं, सारी इंफॉर्मेशन अब उसमें डाल देते हैं. अपना ब्लड टेस्ट भी आई डू इट एंड आई एम गिल्टी.
Yes.
अब बताओ मेरे लिए क्या बेस्ट डाइट है.
To see, again, I say AI is not bad for you, because if it is giving you, with all the accumulated information that you have put in AI, it knows who you are as a person and what you are going through, but it definitely doesn't know your history.
Yeah.
Right? If you go, like what I do a 45 minutes of an intense question and answer with my patients to understand कि last time fever कब हुआ था, antibiotics कब खाई थी last time, or did you have any personal struggle in last few years or any other challenge that you have faced, so that I understand कि is it just the body that is impacted, or is it also the mind that is also causing the problem.
So AI also can ask you these questions.
AI can also ask you these questions, but then you will have to.
बड़ा structured है.
But then you will have to
Let
tell
your
AI.
information.
Tell AI कि please ask me all these questions so that I can.
How do you see AI as altering the
Your
profession?
See, I feel AI can be a very synergistical tool to enhance what we are doing, but it can't be the only source of truth for you. Because you as a human, your intelligence, and we are the ones who have created AI. So our intelligence is any day far better than artificial intelligence, right? So I would say intuitively what you know, AI will still not know. How you're feeling in a particular moment, how you're feeling while you're eating something, or how you're feeling when you wake up, AI can't tell you all of that.
Now people always want quick solutions. Now, but dekho, let's be
honest.
Can this type of, if you follow this diet, can it help you? Because आजकल lifestyle diseases के ही है. So like I have thyroid. So let's suppose I came to
I
you
too have thyroid.
And I said, okay, I want to fix my thyroid.
Yes.
Can this diet cure my thyroid, or will I always have to also take medicine? And क्या changes करने पड़ते हैं और कितने radical होते हैं?
So I am a very strong proponent of the nuskhas as well. I always tell people, if you do certain nuskhas for little things, they will work magically. I'll come to thyroid as well. Just since we are talking about quick solutions and instant results, जैसे किसी का पेट खराब हुआ, rather than popping in antacid or rather than popping in antibiotics, 2 दिन से नहीं ठीक हो रहा है, डॉक्टर के पास गए, they will give antibiotics. But I have a very simple solution. भुना हुआ जीरा, भुनी हुई सौंफ, थोड़ी सी भुनी हुई अजवाइन and नमक. And I tell all my clients the proportion also. You take it after every meal twice a day, and I tell you, it will fix your stomach. You will not have to go to the doctor even if you have loosies. It will fix your stomach. Because the herbs, the volatile oils, the essence of these spices is so good on your gut that it balances everything. But coming to a problem which is a lifestyle disorder as PCOS or thyroid would require time.
See, but how much and how strict is it? बिकॉज लोगों को यही लगता है ना,
हम्म।
पिल लेना तो बहुत
हम्म।
ईजी है, सवेरे उठो डाल लो 45 मिनट्स बाद, मतलब
Yes. So I would recommend do two things in parallel. आप pill भी ले रहे हो because you have been taking pill since you are diagnosed with thyroid. Why don't we do lifestyle modifications and dietary changes as well? And then see how is your thyroid progressing. If it is coming in control, why don't we decrease the dosage? So in this case, we cannot have an instant solution. But definitely, I have seen my clients going from 125 to 100 to 75 mcg in a span of 9 to 10 months.
okay.
Yes. And to the ones who have very mild thyroid and they are just on like 50 mcg, we have even gotten down to 12.5. But then I always tell them, if you are seeing a doctor, see them, don't stop seeing them, but always tell them that I am making dietary changes, I am implementing some workouts.
So what are some of these dietary changes, or are they again by body type?
They
Because
are again,
thyroid is such a common problem for women.
You can't be on a very carb intense diet.
Okay.
Include good proteins in your diet, right? And we also say don't eat greens which have salt or cruciferous vegetables which are already rich in iodine.
Right, like they
Right?
say broccoli and all
Broccoli,
of
because they will
poly-
interrupt with the
Yeah.
iodine absorption, right? So limit those foods.
Menopause health
Yes.
is premenopausal health is become a very, like, a lot of awareness has happened.
Yeah.
So something which used to come and go and nobody understood it.
Yeah.
Now, how do you express it? What they say, sometimes it take more than around 25 years
Yeah.
to, and you see hot flushes, you see life changing, weight gain.
Yeah.
So a lot of initiative is happening in this space. What is your theory for this?
So perimenopause or menopause is the stage of a woman when she is dipping a lot in estrogen, right? And I'll start from the stage when we are young. When we are young, our body is building kapha because it needs tissues, it needs muscles, it can gain weight, and it is supposed to give a lot of nourishment, the foods that we eat, and build our body basically. So we say our primitive years are very kapha dominant. Then when we move to the youth, teens to 20s, we are very pitta because we are ambitious, we want to achieve, and we are very active in our physical health as well. And as we move towards this perimenopausal phase and menopausal phase, the Vata in us starts to increase. So the air element starts to go out of balance. And the air element is the element for movement, for expression as well, and for creativity, and also for, if imagine अगर हवा चल रही है and हवा suddenly बहुत तेज चलने लग जाए, it'll turn into a wind and later to a tornado as well. Same is happening with us women when we are moving in perimenopausal and menopausal phase. We have to manage the Vata element, we have to manage the air element. And our mothers probably, they would think, अरे थक गई हूँ मैं. I mean, you know, maybe it's umar ho gayi hai, things like that, right? When technically, what is happening is there's an estrogen drop, and estrogen is the hormone which is responsible for making us women very confident and very vibrant. And that's how we feel when we are in the first 2 weeks of our follicular phase, right? बहुत एनर्जी होती है, but luteal phase आता है, estrogen dips, and we also want to slow down a little. So consider perimenopause and menopause as the phase where our estrogen is constantly dipping, and we need to kind of preserve it in a way that it doesn't deplete drastically.
Can you replace it or replenish it naturally?
Yes, yes. There are foods which are rich in phytoestrogens, which resemble or mimic the estrogen that our body produces. So, जैसे हम flax की बात कर रहे थे, soy products की बात कर रहे थे, but then not processed, right? And let's talk about all your sesame seeds as well. So seeds, nuts, some of the legumes, they are amazing in phytoestrogens, and they will help preserve your estrogen levels. And at the same time, what I would say and what I would recommend every woman is to don't go drastic weight loss. Do not. Because
Why?
you are
Because-
depleting already.
अच्छा.
आप already एक depletion phase में हो and then you start to deplete yourself again. That's going to hamper your joint health in the longer run. You do not want to be walking with a stick when you are 60.
Now, one thing you brought up is estrogen and how it plays. But what also about men and women? क्योंकि हम तो किसी की भी diet सुनते हैं. हम तो सीखते हैं कि भैया ऋतिक रोशन ने बोल दिया उसके तो 6-pack abs है. Let us try that diet.
See, men, I feel, are very linear in nature. They don't go through the period cycles. So they're definitely not cyclic in manner. They have this one curve. Not even curve, they have this one straight line, right?
Other than the pet.
Other than the pot belly which Indian men usually have. But I'm glad to see a lot of youngsters,
Thinner, fitter.
yes, fitter, moving towards a certain lifestyle, which is governing their health.
What are some interesting anecdotes or fun stories you get in your career?
Yeah, I will come to that, but I would like to add a little more that, you know, how we women are very cyclic. We are very rhythmic because in follicular phase, as I said, we can plan, we can be a great leader, we can have so much energy. And as soon as the luteal phase comes, your body tells you to slow down a little and breathe more and be more, when you take a back seat, you can look at something from a different lens, from a distant lens, yes. And do that, more introspection, more taking care of yourself. And then when again the follicular phase comes, you can again charge yourself and be the power woman you want. So we and men cannot compete when it comes to eating the same food, following the same guidelines, or deciding, oh, if this worked for my father or my husband or for my brother, it would work for me magically as well. Men can drop weight so easily and women will take eons to
Especially Kapha women.
especially Kapha. Yes, yes. Because they are high on testosterone as well.
Yeah.
Their adrenaline rush is far more than ours. So their burning of fat or their way of, and they're also naturally more better built than
Linear.
us. Yes, in terms of muscular structure, right? So it's easier for them. And how can we compare ourselves to them when we are going through these phases of, you know, perimenopause and menopause and then regaining our strength?
And thankfully, these kind of a conversation make you pause and get recentered. And even if small shift starts happening,
Yes.
there's a good shift.
Yes. So since you're talking about small shift, I would recommend all women especially that take time for yourself. A little time, half an hour every day, and indulge in something that you like. It could be as simple as reading a book or enjoying time with your plants or doing nothing and sitting with yourself and doing some breath work.
So thank you, Isha, on that note. And I feel people understand the old, our ancient knowledge and the modern science and marry it together. It will be an amazing combination.
Totally agree. I think that marriage has to happen beautifully.
So yeah.
No, and I think my big takeaway is this one size not fit all, because हम लोग हर किसी का देख के हमें भी लगता है, oh, maybe I should try that, maybe I should try that. We need to realize that what will work for us
Yes.
may be very different.
Absolutely. And thank you for having me. And I hope all women and men as well have a good takeaway from this episode that yes, please honor your bodies, don't fall for shortcuts, and think something which is more sustainable long term, and that will give you results not just in this time frame but for the rest of their life ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.